'Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
This is what we went to all that trouble for.
Rarely have I felt so empty.
Hold here a moment.
Who's that you've brought with you?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen?
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
I'll go and open the chest.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
Dull days for us, a sign that all's well.
much of an adventure if all we do is make camp.
Tis enough to make camp only when the need arises.
The townspeople repent.
These soldiers lack discipline.
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth.
We've got goblins!
I suppose I'll handle this.
Do try not to catch cold. I will protect you.
I see you pinched something from out home. That was crafty of you.
Thank you.
Take a moment to recover. You needn't push yourself.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Oh, methinks the fiend felt that. Perhaps a few more for good measure. Think I've been standing here, eh? Pity the foe and challenges you, Master? I dare say the Arisen could have beaten this lot without us.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest. We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
What's this? We're trapped. Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places! A Cyclops! Pray! You have my gratitude, sir. Would seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. Of course, if you'd rather continue... Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost. You would have me lead? Consider it done.
Goblins! What rotten...
Let's not be hasty now.
You have no right.
That's it! That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Your anger is well justified, and I shan't deny you it. However, I am obliged to make you aware of your situation. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Battahl as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear? Happy coincidence.
Anywhere. Suppose I ought to earn my
These suspicious characters shall slip my gaze.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Wait, your equipment to come.
Our soldiers need better training.
Now, where was that bound again?
Been a hard day.
Some call it cultured, I call it dull.
All this patrolling.
The eyes are what they used to be. Time to head
The other day, I charged now. That's not so and rightly so, as it gave me a right shock. Their faces may match.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the... I thought so! That girl's always... Now listen, 'tisn't much. Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount now. I'll knock a few gold pieces off what you buy. So spend away, Mike. Do come again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch. Marquez.
I brought you something.
Welcome and well met. It's always a pleasure.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So if we... Pick the price, just remember. Misers die early death. Hope to see you again.
Fancy a look at my wares?
This really is fine craftsmanship. I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind. Curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself, and even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one, no matter how they fascinate me. It isn't to be.
I've all manner of arms for... sale. Come, have yourself a...
These foreign bows do so intrigue me, but I shall admire... You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect, such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply will not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold, but this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
How might I be of service?
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Interested in my wares? Pleasure doing business.
No hurry to leave.
Suppose I'll wander about, see what's doing in town.
About time I taught that dullard a lesson.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Really now?
I'll gladly say it. Let's take it easy today.
This looks as good a place as any.
Greetings. Welcome. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is forgive me, but you see, as we currently have no archer staves or great sword, and we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended. So regrettably, I can't. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick. He runs the local armory. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Let us commence our search without delay. Where to first?
Fancy a look at my wares?
I hope I've not left aught undone.
Hoi, friend, fair warning. Goblin from the tell of it. There, pray do be... Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no...
How am I to be of service?
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen, and it seems I was right. Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be only too glad to assist.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by spreading it out among us pawns.
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
Can't say I have any tiding.
You wish me to return? At once, Master.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my speciality.
The rules at your leisure.
Well met, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey. and treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Somehow my people.
What am I to do?
I'll not stand for this.
Not much to do. Seems my feet always have me here.
Welcome.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Good heavens, the pantry is crawling. Days like this make me glad to be alive.
Well met.
Time to head to market.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Who was that young man?
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to. If the citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land, what say you? I thank you, your Majesty. The first is Trevo Mine. Next is Half Village. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
There is no shortage of beasts that... need culling in this world. By combining our strengths, We shall overcome this trial as all others.
Not much going on.
Delights might there be to find
Perul, good evening, sir. I trust you. Fared all right on the roads, despite you know where to find. There I've no wisdom to offer. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me.
Could you come over here? This way, if you please, Master. We've arrived, I see. Apologies, Master.
You are the Arisen. Yeah? Follow me.
I'd sooner stay out of that where it costs. I'm excited that you by winches on all sides. Silence.
There are few places where I can let down my worst enemy.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious.
My sword arm could use some work.
Would that such peace reigned eternal. Recruits to train, arms to procure. No time to sleep.
as far.
I have a great deal yet to learn, you see.
So tired. just about anyone.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word! You mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brant if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I think strong.
Prithee inform.
I'd sooner stay out. It's very possible.
I cannot help but be wary after all I've seen.
Some of us get complacent, but I train every day.
Common focus.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
It is our duty to see this peace protected.
Now, best to proceed.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
Got to get the floors mopped, clothes clean.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
I quite like it here.
Can it be we have no sword wielders in our party?
No matter. I need rely on no one's prowess but my own.
Surely not all battles can be won with naught but magic and bows.
But come here by choice.
Now, how best to proceed?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
This isn't much to go on.
Forgive me
Fancy a gander?
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty, how fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
This is beyond me, I'm afraid.
I warn you, I'm not easily impressed.
Pawns may not enter the castle grounds, Master. We shall have to part ways at the gates. Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
I sense eyes upon us.
Well met, sir. Bones.
I've little enough.
Good evening, sir. I trust you. Fared all right on the road? Despite the hour. Much obliged.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Stop by again, sir.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Lots to do, and precious little time.
Do stop with that.
Need anything? Be-dum, be-da.
It's been a hard day.
Let's get to work.
I find any turncoats. That's nice.
My legs are bare numb from walking about town.
I want to polish up my gear for the morrow.
I've been on my
Anyone can
feet
reach
all
something.
day. My legs.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master. If we are to break it, it shan't be from this side.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The Griffin gets the world, as they say.
No mercy!
Allow any further harm to come to you. The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
I suppose 'tis so.
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Making a living with solar.
What for the hobgoblin?
You have no reason to want your enemy's weakness. A night-bound forest is fearsome indeed.
Cannot let our fear get the better of us, else who will protect the Arisen?
One more push ought to bring it down. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. I've hold of the arm. Now to bring it down. Let it taste our fury. Give me a hand.
Forward to informing my own master, let's say.
Now that is a surprise. Have my protection.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
This one's shaking.
Someone made camp here.
There's no reason to rush into our bedrolls.
are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
You're bloody
Right there. Truly are formidable, Arisen.
Well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Campsite lies near here. I remember passing by it on my travels beyond the rift. Shall I guide us to it? Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
Watch out for the choppers!
Protect the shipment! Steel yourselves! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
Me! How did this happen? We must defend the cargo! Never tell us just yet.
Get a load of that! I thank you for coming, and what luck!
We have yet more locations to attend to. We've a few options where to go, but I'd say our best bet is to start with a location nearest us. Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here.
I shan't let them pass. Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
blackguards round here somewhere. Yeah.
Come on!
Good bait.
Over here!
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
The Greens will resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one. There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
We have yet more locations to attend to. I shall guide us to our nearest destination. Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here.
Let me get that.
Materials. Such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Run out. It will not be unwelcome for an ally to appear for once.
Battle cannot be avoided. Fight or die.
Very well, if I must.
Any further harm to come.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
We have yet more locations to attend to. I shall guide us to our nearest destination. Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Follow me. As planned.
I shan't let them harm you. Goblins, Master!
That is a skillful bit of feat. Do your vocation proud.
There is no better time to strike.
The moment the victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I will tell you more about them if you like,
Well thought, would seem I've some catching up to do. Not bad.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration. Cave. Shall we proceed into the depths? Dare I say it? Trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into defense.
Cultural prowess.
Goblins!
I shall now into the heart.
No mercy!
If 'tis as broken as it seems, then I'm afraid we've no recourse but to find another way around.
Forgive me if I do not jump for joy. Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location.
That's that, then.
Splendid.
We're not done yet, Master. Our next destination awaits. I shall guide us to our nearest destination. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It is not far from here.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Oi, you there! If you're fit to fight, give us a hand. Pray, lend us your...
We're in your debt.
Scatter the goblins!
You've a strong arm. It was a simple patrol.
I don't know where we'd be if you hadn't come along.
I can't count the number of meats and fish that have gone to rot in my pack. You'd think the smell would remind me.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
Arisen, I knew you loved...
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them, if you like, Master.
Just follow me.
Tis broken, but methinks there is still a way forward here. I will protect you.
Ah, look. There are rare materials yonder, just waiting to be harvested.
Well, well. That's quite a discovery.
It's a bit early to be thanking me. The enemy yet remains.
They mean us harm. How adorable.
We are to retreat then.
Little does our foe realize how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
Right you are.
We prevailed by the skin of our teeth.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversaries.
Oft we will hear a foe before we espy them. A moment's warning can make all the difference.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
Full glad I am to see the sky again.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
I suppose 'tis so.
Like an old captain, I must go where duty calls me. I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
Our ranks have grown, yet we pawns are men, one and all.
I shouldn't at all mind if that were to change.
First assess the field.
The town's
then
depend
act
on me.
accordingly. That's it. I've had enough of late.
We'd best report back.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way?
If you please.
We're not done yet, Master. Our next destination awaits. Where to next? I suppose the location nearest here would be a good place to start. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It is not far from here.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Night is a frightful time to be wandering about. Shall we rest here till daybreak? Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands both?
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
There, Master. An ogre. Let us see what you're made
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent.
You can count upon my aid. I see you pinched something from our foe. That was crafty of you. Excellent. Just what I was hoping for.
Thank you, Kai. I did not mean to trouble you.
Remember, knowing your limits does not make you weak.
That old man by the shore. What drives him so unbendingly out into open waters?
He's something of an enigma, isn't he?
Perhaps we will understand more in time.
There are one or two places of interest.
Oh! You've come to a dangerous place. A small force. I'll not stop you if you wish to
Know this.
Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here.
Is this where I should draw my last?
That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
I am in your debt, sir.
I will protect you.
All done, men?
Splendid.
You're not one of ours. Forgive me. Would you aid me in reaching the entrance?
As you wish. I shall return directly.
You went in there to save my fellow soldiers. I underestimated you, friend. You've done well this day.
Hold, sir. I'd rethink pressing onward if I would. Forgive me. We were hoping to... We fled when the dragon attacked some days past. Think easier said than done. What are we to do? Please, sir. Do...
Saurians abound, Master. Be on your guard. There, Master!
Shall we report our results?
Is the deed done, good? We shall all be able to return to our home. I dare say we'll have this place livable again. I cannot thank you enough. If you happen to pass, I should like for you to see this place as 'twas afore the dragon's attack. For your sake, as well as ours, we'll do our utmost to see the village restored.
With this, the peril has passed. Still, perhaps we ought to visit the village again anon, just to be certain.
'Tis no great shock to me.
Might I interest you in my... humble where... Yes. Much obliged, sir.
A new day dawns at last.
The threat of attack seems more manageable by daylight.
Fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. The chance you'd like to see it?
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
What's this about?
You have my direction! Most impressive, Master!
I dare say the original defeat is not without it. A resounding success.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
My word. This ox cart has been destroyed.
Be on your guard, lest we meet a similar fate.
Careful now. Approaching the capital always sets the mind at ease.
One can only withstand the perils of the open road for so long.
Right you are.
Seems there are wolves on the prowl.
That was a skillful bit of thief. Vocation round.
That's it.
Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
We might kill two birds with one stone, or focus on our current objective. Both choices have merit.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when to the foremost hospitality. You know where to find me.
Oh, are you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask.
And here I thought I was leading the way. But I suppose your whims take precedence.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to...
Well, I'll... Good on you, sir. I appreciate you stopping by. Go on. Off with you.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? You may now change your vote if you would prefer to register a source. Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous. You may now change your vocation as... What's more, I bear glad...
That was certainly worthwhile.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Could you come over here?
Wish I could go on an adventure.
Gather round, gather round. Treat. What did you think of that story?
'Twas well told and all, but not... I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a...
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you?
What?
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you a keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out? So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason... Aye, aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works, isn't it? Glad we
We allowed the agent to flee. I cannot help but wonder whether 'twas the right choice.
I'm not sure what to tell you.
Something good will come up today. I just know it. Living's hard.
This isn't much to go on.
I'll make a living if I get myself in line.
This isn't much. Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of... I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week. Fear not. I'd be much obliged. Sound appealing?
My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
I don't know what to do.
Not my kind of...
What to do? What? I've no mother or father to... I wanted to get them a present to say thank you. The problem is, I can't... Do you think you could help me? All in for true. I'm sure you'll find them...
One head to market, methinks.
Not much going on.
What's life without a bit of fun?
Good, we're here.
You've come, so... What say you? Many thanks, friend. I knew I...
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let's make good use of it while we can.
I suppose 'tis so.
This is where I come when life gets overwhelming.
Not of import ever happens here, anyhow.
Got to get home.
Haven't got any.
Stay here.
Hi, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look. These say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's all you have to do. But there's the problem. Would you find a silver stone and bring it true? And I'll be waiting. Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you... Oh, just look how it shines. Fancy! Aren't you cute? Well, I'll tell you. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. I want to tell them how... Oh, it's so Oh, it's so shiny.
Maybe I'll make myself scarce.
Arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
What teachings might salve the people?
A short repose would do me a world of good.
None of us is
I'm
guaranteed
barely
tomorrow.
dragged my arse out of bed.
It's just life.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms? Many thanks. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. You see, one of the children, Malcolm his name is. This building's very... Might I impose on you?
Might I propose we seek out new information?
'Tis as you say. Follow me, then. Unless you doubt my sense of direction.
Anything's better than this.
Malcolm's been just the other day, he was Malcolm? Don't know why he bothered.
Devil watching me. I swear it.
Moment I let Sir Michael
More sorry than an...
Is we were supposed to go exploring to... Wish he'd woken me up.
We'd best report back.
What am I supposed to do?
True faith.
Just where are these vaults exactly? Let us return to Sir Kendrick. Perchance he will know more. Fret not, Master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
Vaults, you say? Ah, but you mention the rub. Come, I fear there's not a Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place. Look there, a hole. Could he have... There is naught to be done, but let us make haste. Malcolm, thank goodness you have my eternal...
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've booked, sir.
Truly, perhaps we...
We ought not lose sight of our guide.
I suppose 'tis so.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Are we leaving already? bother. I was just getting warmed up.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place? We cannot allow the knowledge. We ought to entrust its care. As for you, Malcolm,
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It's quite the collection of tomes. I'm sure I'd be seeing stars, were I the scholarly sort.
Right you are.
Hoi! How do you do?
The crops will benefit from all this sunshine. The pursuit of better and
Just remember your eyes on my somewhere watching. I'm surrounded by winches on all sides.
Always another errand to see to.
You're
Trade is the patient, I always say.
Suppose I best earn my key.
Plus, not at the expense of my...
This ox cart's back. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on. An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
It's this way.
Plus, not at the expense of my duty.
This looks as good a place as any.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have stolen from me while... There's no exaggeration, to be quite truthful, working under a man's... Unless...
The Jadeite Order...
Is aught amiss here, lads?
Interested in my wares?
I'm dead on my feet after some of the wild. Well, my son, how might I be able to earn my pay?
Ah, here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble.
There are worse ways to...
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry.
Morris!
What?
I've just heard news.
Oh, my poor Morris. Do you truly expect me? The soldiers won't concern it all. He's right. But what else did it do you if you return him to me?
We may benefit from pursuing the...
Greetings. You are... Tell me, in your coming, he seems to have vanished. And if I may be cat is an item of and in my... you will be rewarded.
It seems this jadeite orb is in high demand. 2 people have asked us to find it now, but only one of them can have it.
Well, come, if you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. Many thanks to you.
Have you come from Vernworth? How are things there? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell. In times past, since a few days, it could be, say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph?
Well met, son. How might I be
Aye, he had what looked like abundant. He would say no more, yet no sooner. I charged to his aid. Poor lad. Pray help him if you can.
Where are you going?
If you see old
The flowers that bloom around, from what I can... Isn't that,
Have you heard there was no warning? No apparent cause? Of course, such rumors are
Best buy what...
You'll never believe this, but the other day, I saw an elven woman and a dwarven man walking. Normally, you put an elf and a dwarf in the same room and they'll be trading blows before you can blink. Mayhap my eyes
Where are you going?
Could it be aught? If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward,
There you are! Pray, tell me. Fie, if Master Everard finds out what I've...
We're not allowed to talk.
Shame there aren't as many folk. I rather enjoyed hearing the one about the Gigantus. 'Tis said to descend in times of conflict, scattering friend and foe alike, and leaving only death and ruin in its wake. Sounds like the last thing we need, doesn't it?
Let me alone, will ye?
This way.
just about anywhere.
Interested in my wares?
I see life as a journey.
Somehow might be always...
Greeting! We see a great many customers given up.
What am I supposed to do?
Like, how might I be of assistance?
It's this way, chosen of times.
But not at the expense of my duty.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As
just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels. Help me, Master! I shan't let them harm you. Well fought, Arisen.
A battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
'Tis as you say. Ah, I see you hidden something from our foe. That was crafty of you. I feel as fit as ever.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
You'll not live to regret this.
I'm scared. What's going on? I remember. You saved me. How did you know where I was? I suppose he... If it's all the same to you...
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
Let us deliver the lad to Sir Horace forthwith. A person of import, I take it? Very well. I will lead the way.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the jadeite? Very well. Pray continue.
Rog?
Hello, Grandfather.
'Tis a miracle. You're alive.
Grandfather!
Oh, hush.
I'm very sorry,
And you. Words of pray, take this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Might as well take it. Outstep. Need anything? Many thanks.
Interested in my wares? It's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
These children. Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but... Here, at least. Many thanks. Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here...
I have no issue falling asleep.
A good sleep does wonders.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
When does my woe end? I've clean forgotten.
Living's hard, but dreams are free.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy. The creation of a masterpiece takes time, sir. Many thanks to you.
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
Sent you for my wares. Got to focus. My head will roll if all goes awry.
I'd gladly stay here forever if I could.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something. The creation of a masterpiece takes time. Many thanks to you.
I'll have an early supper.
Well, met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something. The item you requested is... Here you are, sir. Use... Ah! I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little... Many thanks to you.
We have acquired a forgery. I cannot speak to its usage, though I'm sure we'll think of something.
Someone might pay good coin for it, either because they seek a forgery, or because they believe it to be authentic.
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the jadeite orb? Oh, thank you, thank you! Now my freedom is assured. Pray, take this. A note isn't much, but I've naught else to offer. Right, I'd best get going. Sir, though we may ne'er meet again, know that I shall remember this kindness as long as I live.
I fear we have done Sir a full of an unkindness. May he find the strength to weather his troubles.
We'd all hoped for a better outcome.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the jadeite orb? Ah, splendid. Before we discuss your... You see, in my line of work, come.
Follow my lead.
What was it I had to do? Where I've never slept better.
It's been a hard day.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see. Many thanks to you.
Tis so dull when there's nothing doing.
Good day, but now I have a bit of business to...
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Dead on my feet.
He ought to be finished by... You have... My partners shall be most... You have certainly... And I do hope you will permit me...
My legs are as lead.
That's enough intellectual labor for one...
Time for an early supper.
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
Well, come. If you think me a liar, then buy some. The item you requested is complete. Many thanks to you.
Follow me.
Where? Oh, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border. Do come again?
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Tis a bit far. Perhaps we might employ the services of an ox cart.
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here... At least you'll find a bit of peace and quiet. Many thanks.
Anyone gives me trouble when there's a steam air.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Sir Arisen, just when almost all of...
Oi! What?
Jonas! This is...
Is that right? You did it once of...
My apologies for the chiefs, yet he speaks true. Pray, cull the beasts as you...
More Saurians. Where are the Saurians? And there are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like. One of them it is good to visit.
Sets my focus down dark paths.
I best make myself scarce.
The Saurians, that's twice you've come to our rescue now. You're more than... Truly, we cannot...
Here he is! I found...
Jonas! What is the meaning of...
This blasted beastren went and ventured. How many times have we said there can be no doubt he's the...
Forgive me. I never meant for it.
Trust him.
Jonas! Surely there's no need for such...
You would say that, wouldn't you? But I see him outnumbered. Could be all three of you are behind this somehow.
Jonas, please! You're being ridiculous.
There!
I do apologize. It would seem things have turned rather uncomfortable. But we mustn't let this sour your trying. I do hope you shall visit us again.
Was a rotten note to end things on. I do hope Sephiron will be all right.
I'm not into it.
Fancy a look at my wares? Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Do come again.
Here, if you please.
Right, the door's locked. That should do it.
I've trained for this.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet a moment.
You don't really mind me. May have
Welcome.
no balls to come
The
to my
sky
charms.
always puts
We've arrived, I see. That's,
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
well met, sir. Fancy
Not
a
sure
gander?
what to do with myself.
Fine wares all.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
Well done, Master. By your effort.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Disa's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn.
We have been entrusted with a task. Let us approach it with all due care.
we're off to Vernworth Palace, then. We're off to Vernworth Palace, then.
Good evening, sir. I trust... You fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me.
It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Ah, good. We're here. Do you know how long?
You follow me.
Those recruits don't know pommel from point.
Tis best you pray, be cautious.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chamber.
Do you recall that package from Batawa delivered to the minister's chambers last week? Well,
Yesterday.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.